Well, after explaining his point that the poetic language, the language of paradox, with the help of two poems by William Wordsworth, Brooks comes to the conclusion of his essay. He ends his essay with a reading of John Donne's poem, The Canonization. As you all know, John Donne was the metaphysical poet, and this poem by John Donne uses the paradox. Here, paradox is its underlying metaphor. The poem has many contradictory ideas. These ideas are juxtaposed, yoked together. Dissimilar ideas are brought together. So the poet uses a charged religious term to describe the speaker's physical love as saintly. The speaker of the poem describes his physical love as saintly. Generally, we take physical love as material, something which is sinful. Okay, but here the speaker describes his physical love, means sexual love, we can say, as saintly, something which is pious, something which is holy, just like a saint. So by doing so, John Donne effectively argues that in rejecting the material world and withdrawing to a world of each other, the two lovers are appropriate candidates for canonization. These two lovers who are involved in physical love and they have forgotten the material world around them. Okay, when they are engrossed in love making, in their physical love, they are deeply in love and they have forgotten the world. And that is what they say. He thinks, the poet John Donne thinks, makes him think that the two lovers are appropriate candidates for canonization. Now, what is canonization? You might be knowing something about canonical literature, the literature which has got a very significant, very important position in the literature of the country, nation. Classical literature, we can say. So canonization does not stand for only literature. Means canonization means giving great position, greatness. They're reaching that what we call the spiritual level. Look what happens exactly. This is contradiction, of course. This is different from what we think in our day-to-day way, in our day-to-day life. Generally, sex is not considered to be good in many of the cultures. But here, the speaker is giving it a saintly status, we can say, the holy status. By arguing that when the lovers are making love, they are forgetting the world itself. And it happens only when, you reach the ecstasy. And that's what makes Donne to argue that the two lovers are appropriate, means they should be given that particular status of canonization. They are the appropriate candidates for canonization. So this is a kind of parody, because love and religion are contradictory things. And this poem combines them. It is pairing unlikely circumstances and demonstrating their resulting complex meaning. Okay, in many of Hindi movies, you come across such kind of songs which claim that love is a way towards God. So that is what is parody. I'm sorry, that is what is paradox. And he's making fun of such thinking itself, because he thinks that love and religion are one and same. These are two different things, and he is combining both of them together. And apart from this paradox, Brooks also finds some other secondary paradoxes in the poem canonization. So there is a simultaneous duality and singleness of love. Duality means, they are two different things. And singleness means they are one and same. Monolithic and dualistic, you can might be knowing that. There are some religions who do not believe in the duality of God. Okay, they believe that there is only one God. So this is monolithic aspect, means there is one thing. For example, form and content are not different. They are say one and same. They are integrated. So here there is a kind of double and contradictory meaning of die in metaphysical poetry. Die is used both sexual union and literal death. Okay, die in this poem used as when they come together, they die, means they forget everything. And here it may mean literally mean death. So in this manner, the poem canonization also uses paradox. So this is how Brooks establishes the meaning.